All right, so we're getting you off to an early start there. I think the first thing I want to ask you about, because I know you guys kind of get together for barbecues and other things going on down there in Houston, what's the reaction to the decline in oil prices, at least year to date? I'm looking at the charts. WTI down double digits year to date.
Yeah, I mean, we constantly deal with the volatility in these markets. So I would say that generally speaking, you know, the mood in the marketplace here in Houston is still pretty bullish. I mean, the bottom line is that, you know, we're here gathered at Zero Week to talk about the energy challenges that are ahead of us with the AI story. And so the underpinning of the basis for the demand is not falling short of the expectations to continue to, you know, cause the Houston market to thrive because of its focus on energy.
All right, so you're a company, you have a lot of big name customers. I'm talking Amazon, a lot of the big energy companies as well. We're talking about tariffs. How much uncertainty is that injecting into your business and also the business of your customers? Also want to talk to you about the steel and aluminum tariffs. Does that impact your ability, or at least the pricing of building facilities for energy or water or the other things that your company does?
You know, frankly, we've been through several changes in the supply chain over the course of the last 5 years. I mean, the pandemic was one great example of the challenges to the supply chain. And, you know, our company has been around for 110 years. We've gone through lots of changes in these underlying base commodities. And ultimately, we've been able to contain and maintain the progress that is essentially necessary for human progress. And so, you know, we're at a you know, very critical point in our narrative to provide infrastructure. You know, there's clever ways that we've continued to kind of manage the supply chain challenges. You know, our clients are rising to the occasion and figuring out, you know, essentially how to navigate these waters because of these past experiences, are just really calling upon the excellence that we exerted in those past cycles. The bottom line is that we still have to continue to, you know, advance the human infrastructure that, you know, underpins really the expectations of society, and to continue to create energy abundance where scarcity continues to, you know, dominate.
So, Charlie, bottom line for us, last year we kept hearing about companies spending a lot of money to build up their AI infrastructure, specifically data centers. This year, how does it compare to what you heard from companies last year? I know that's what you're really down there to talk about. And have tariffs, has that impacted the sentiment from these different companies? We know the CapEx plans of a Microsoft and Alphabet and those kind of things, but more broadly, what's the sentiment when it comes to building out this AI infrastructure?
No, absolutely not. No change in the disposition. I mean, I think the ambition remains steadfast. The data center story is not slowing down. You know, there's been, you know, essentially a realization that, you know, as part of the progress that I've been talking about, that we need to continue to invest here in the U.S. and frankly globally to progress this. And there's a lot of benefits that are going to come from the enablement of AI, including many that will help us address some of the supply chain challenges, some of the continued optimization of the use of energy, some of the activation of the value chains that connect all the pieces, land, energy, water, to bring these data centers to life. So AI is not just part of the source of demand for infrastructure, but it's also part of the resolution to help us address some of the challenges ahead.
Charlie, a very quick question, we got to let you go, but DeepSeek, did that change the size of data centers and how people see their needs when it comes to data centers?
No, I mean, this was built into the point of view from the beginning. We all know that the innovation in artificial intelligence and processing capacity and how these data centers are built and managed, including all the expertise that we bring from an infrastructure perspective, these things will change. You know, at this same time, there is a critical need today, and you know what we do is going to progress that story in a significant way.